Hey, welcome to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for you all. Know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed. Just flip it, switch it, interpret the message as it best resonates. Never force anything. Take what you need, leave the rest. Now, if you're new to the channel, anything of any importance, any relevance to the channel, you'll find in the description box. You'll find all my important links also in the description box. You'll find my Patreon link, website link, other YouTube links. You'll also find directions on how to enter into winning a free psychic reading with me. Now, if you want to win a free psychic reading with me tonight, all you'll have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the magic word in your comment bar. Magic word is always a word that I pick from my Psychic Soul Healing deck. All right, so we're gonna take a look and see what the word of the day is going to be. And you'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath your comment. You're gonna write the word in your comment bar. I'll write the word winner underneath it. We'll correspond back and forth to see the best date and time that works for the both of us. You know, okay, self-obsession. Obsession. Well, that's two words. So you're gonna write self-obsession in your comment bar. All right. Kind of a tongue twister at the end of the night. Self-obsession. All right. Usually when you think of that word, you think of someone that's very self-absorbed, right? But it could also mean that someone feels very inadequate. Well, right? Why are people so obsessed with their appearance or how people perceive them? It's because in a way they're not comfortable with themselves. So that's how I would take that word. And you can see whether or not you identify with that word, or if you're dealing with a person that holds that energy. Now, I'm always going to look at the spiritual energy first. And we'll see whether or not the magic word had anything to do with your reading. With the message of the day, we'll see. I don't know whether the word of the day has anything to do with the message of the day. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We'll look at the spiritual energies first. That's going to let us know what is the overall energy that you have, Virgo, going on right now. Okay, maliciousness. That's not good energy. Narrow-minded and prudence. All right, well, what I am feeling is that you are dealing with someone that wants everything their way. So the underlying energy is that you're dealing with very kind of mean and manipulative energy, someone that's very narrow-minded due to their trauma, due to their situations. They expect you to do what they want you to do. They want you to you know, care about what they care about. They care a lot about the future, but they're only caring about the future from their point of view. This person, like I said, that you're dealing with, it's overriding your energy because they're not nice and you're still attached to them. You still care. You also care about your future. So, like I said, I'm feeling like you're dealing with a person that's narrow-minded, but I also feel like that's normally what happens to you. A lot of times you feel as if you deal with people that are very unfair, and when they don't get their way, they're mean, they're underhanded, and you are worried about your future, making the right choices. So this is the underlining spiritual energy that is going on in your situation. That's spiritual energy that's dictating what you're going to do, what is how, and or what the people around you are going to do, because our actions do influence the people around us. So let's see. First card, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And again, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. So I'm already feeling like, because you're very different, you're very unique. I feel like a lot of you guys do, whether it's influencing work, whether it's speaking work, whether it's being out in the public eye, you could be anything from a politician to a influencer to online teacher, someone that gets a lot of attention, and you're very different. And you access your intuition a lot, and you seem very mysterious to people, because you don't really share a lot about your personal life. People see what you want them to see. So there's an air of mysterious, like mystery around you. And because you're very different, you don't do things the way that other people do them. Your soul's path is different. Just everything about you is different. I even feel like you don't really even look like the person that you're connected to, their type. There's a sense of everything is different, but you're not just getting a lot of attention from the person that you're connected to. You're getting a lot of attention from everyone that's around you. And they're seeing you as very stable. They're seeing you as very someone that has created a lot of stability for themselves. And whether or not you have it all or not, people perceive that you do. They perceive that life is really easy. And I also feel that the person that you were connected to, the malicious person that you're connected to, that is very narrow-minded, that wanted everything done the way that they wanted, you know, the situation to go, which is mainly very unfair. They wanted you to give them energy. They wanted you to make them feel comfortable. They continually wanted you to reinforce that they were safe in this connection with you, but they were never giving you any confirmation of like where you were in their life. So it was a completely one-sided relationship. And so the person that you're connected to that wouldn't give you stability is actually seeing that you don't need them to create stability in your own life, that you're very strong and capable on your own, and that you're moving forward. It's like, it's almost like now you are on top and they are on bottom. At one time they felt that they had it all, and now they're looking at you as if like your life is so easy. They're not taking into consideration all the hard work, everything that you did to get to the 10 of Pentacles. That didn't just happen for you. Now, thing is that I feel like the person that you're connected to took a really long time. Their pride, their ego didn't really want them to see how the roles have changed. They weren't really paying attention to you until their life got worse, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you are in your best place. You are in the 10 of Pentacles, which means things are happening for you. Things are happening for you within your career, that you have friends, that no matter what happens in your life, you seem to get through it easily. And it's because you created stability in your life. So when something goes wrong, it's not like your entire life collapses. It shows that you're very, again, spiritually sound, that you're very capable, And again, you're drawing a lot of attention to you because you do something different. You're unique. You're out in the public eye. So you're, again, triggering a lot of people. And like I said, people that used to perceive that they were better than you. And not even, I'm talking about the person that you're connected to. The person that you were connected to did have a big ego, did put themselves in a, have a better perception of themselves. However, you also had a lot of other people around you that again wanted to treat you as if you were less than them. And now what's happening is it's like there's like the painful truth that there is a sense of the reality that they're seeing, and they're worried about it. They have a lot of anxiety around it. So I'm feeling that the person that you were once connected to is in a state of worry because you're not talking to them and they're watching you have a glorious life, that you're having a great life and you're having a good life without them. And the other people that I feel like were attached to you were some family members and close friends that actually have a very false sense of entitlement, that think that now with your 10 of Pentacles that you're supposed to help them on some for whatever weird, again, perception that they have. However, you know, everybody knows down deep inside that they didn't treat you right. Everyone knows that they kind of let you like deal with whatever life had thrown at you by everyone undermined you. Everyone undermined like you being successful in such a different profession, and no one ever really took the time to really get to know you. And I feel like this is what you're realizing, that no one really was there for you, that no one really took the time, including the person that's supposed to be your soulmate, the person that, again, that you're here for, the person that you're connected to. Well, they're in a bad way. Again, they are in the Three of Swords, the painful truth of seeing that they have completely misjudged you, completely had a perception of you that was not true, a perception of you that again would made them be able to elevate their ego. So you were dealing with a lot of people that really didn't treat you right, but I feel like you never really, you were always nice. So they never really knew whether or not you understood that they were treating you nice or not. And now, because you're successful, what they're seeing is that you most likely did realize that you weren't being treated nicely, but you just have a lot of, you're very diplomatic on the way that you handle things, and you also weren't going to stoop down to their level. And so they're noticing this better quality. I feel as if your family, the people that are surrounded to you, they may try to come back into your life also, hoping that you're still the same person that you were. And the person that you were once connected to is going to also see, once they come back into your life, that you are not the same person that they left you as. I feel like at one point you were willing to give a lot. Now there's a sense of you're going to make everyone prove to you rather, where normally you never did that before. So, and some people are not even going to be able to prove themselves. The painful truth is that the people that really treated you badly know that you're not going to keep them in your life, because I feel like your life has taken a turn for the better. And this is also with the mysteriousness, because why you seem so mysterious and unique is because you let everybody perceive you the way that they wanted to. And so again, no one really got to know you. And now I feel like there's a lot of people that have regret. Yes, the person that you're attached to, but this is also like a karmic theme in your life. And I feel like you're coming to the end of a karmic cycle if you handle this situation differently, meaning you don't keep people in your life that don't treat you well, and the person that is supposed to be your soulmate, you would have to make them work for it to come back into your life. And that again is the painful truth for everyone. You're not the same person who you were when they left you. Okay, I think the world of you. So it's again, I feel like the person that you're connected to, again, they're stuck up all night, like staying up all night with so much anxiety because they're really like comparing you to a lot of the other people that they've dated, comparing you to even family that they have. And what they're seeing is that you're very genuine, you're humble, and they misjudged your sensitivity, your niceness, your being humble for being weak. And what they're seeing is something completely different now. I need time. I feel as if they're afraid to contact you. I feel like they're so embarrassed of the way that they treated you. Because remember, they know that they're not returning to the same person that they left. So there's a sense of they don't really even know how to approach you now. So if you're wondering why you haven't heard from this person, please forgive me. Right. I feel like your person is really nervous. You are the love of my life. So what are the hidden truths? I mean, those are some pretty big hidden truths right there. And again, that their games didn't play. They thought that they were going to be malicious. They thought that they were going to play games. They thought that they were going to make you feel bad and that you would give them more. This person is used to dating people that are not really on a high vibration, people that need healing, I feel like, because they were always able to act this way and there were never any consequences. So they just figured they treat you the same way that they treated everyone else. Even though they saw that you had better quality, you were a better quality person because your character is better, they still didn't want to treat you differently. So they really undermined this relationship because they wanted you to always give them attention. And like I said, if they didn't get the attention, they were really malicious about it. They would do underhanded things and be mean and do like punish you. Like, oh, you didn't act the way I wanted you to act, so I'm not going to talk to you for a month. Or I'm not going to call you back, or I'm not going to acknowledge you, or I'm going to. So again, they did a lot of things that they're embarrassed of. And what they're realizing is that they messed up on a good thing because now they're looking at you like for who you are today. And they would say they would never, if they knew who you were then, they would have never treated you that way. But now what's done is what's done. So they don't really even know how to approach you. I regret lying to you. Again, they acted like this relationship didn't mean anything. That was a big lie. They acted like they didn't care. They acted like they were somebody else, to be honest with you. But you could always feel who they were. I know I messed up everything. Yeah, because it's now they're viewing you as someone completely different. Like you don't need them. They have to come back, apologize. They haven't been here the whole time. Again, I feel like there's long periods of time because every time this person would punish you, because it's never like you would ever cave to them. It was almost like they came into your life. you gave them as much as you would give them, but you never gave them more than what you gave yourself. You never abandoned yourself. You never undervalued yourself. If they didn't give anything, you didn't sit there for hours on end and try to get them to give like other people did. You went back and invested in yourself, and because they never gave, you walked away. And what they see is you created a lot of stability on your own. You created a 10 of cups life on your own. And now they're looking and they're like, I fucked up because look, you have a great life. So now they're stuck in regret. And because they know that they messed everything up. Because again, they wouldn't take the time to get to know you in beginning. And they perceived, again, like you were like a weaker person because you were nice, because you were humble, because you, again, didn't come across stuck up. Now they're looking at your life and they're almost assuming like you would be stuck up because they're saying, well, look at the great life that you have. So again, this person definitely has a second chakra imbalance where either they give too much energy and put people up on a pedestal and you know, think the world of them before getting to know them, or they don't give anything at all and expect the other person to give. And when they don't give, they play games to try to manipulate the person into giving them more. And normally that works. It didn't work here. Like I said, you wound up walking away and creating a 10 of cups for yourself. 10 of, you know what I mean? You created 10 of pentacles, not even 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles for yourself. So you created a lot of abundance for yourself. And that's what your person is realizing. Like, you didn't do worse, but you showed this person is you don't need them, and too bad for them. I want you. So now they're again in this place of feeling a lot of passion. And I also believe that this person creates a lot of drama. I'm not going to lie, that there's a sense of they live from their lower self. That I don't like the fact that they see everything that you have, and now that they see everything that you have, Virgo, you're like so much more appealing to them. It's again the fact that they didn't take the time to get to know you, but now they're judging who you are by what you've created, and neither one is really right. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. They feel as if they've learned a lot, because I feel they usually don't give a shit. They treat people the way that they want to treat them. And if it doesn't work out, well, that's it. And what they see is that, you know, they care. And they realize that this is a I don't know if I'd say that they know that it's a spiritual anything, because I don't think that this person is spiritual. They know that it's special. They know that they've never had a connection like this before. They know that it's deep. They know that through observing you, you've showed them a different way of living and being, that, you know, you're not someone that they can classify and put or put you in any category, because you're unique all to your own right, regardless of what they wanted to do. I feel like they tend to compartmentalize. They don't like to have deep emotional connections. It scares them. They don't like to be vulnerable. So this is why they didn't take the time to get to know. And they kept trying to put you in the same category that they always put all the people that they're, you know, hang out with, again, have the surface relationship, but people that they're attracted to, people that they want to hang out with, but not really, you know, have a deep connection. Here for a good time, not a long time, is usually what this person's about. And with you, they couldn't walk away. They're saying, like, again, they wanted to walk away. This person, I don't really feel like they want to humble themselves. They would never humble themselves. So they know that it's a profound connection, because usually, again, they'd be like, I don't care. You don't like it. Oh, well, there's a 1,000 other people out there that can take your place because I'm just that great. And so what they're realizing is, yeah, I might have like 1,000 other people, but this person is my match. This person's my match because look at everything that they created. And I feel like they have a big ego because they know that how much they can create. So they're now visualizing the life that they could have with you. But again, that's without taking the time to get to know you. So there's a sense of that they would feel like it's a deep connection. I don't think that you would feel like it's a deep connection because again, they played games and then they observed you almost from afar, and now they're in regret and everything's internalized. But I mean, you don't know. They feel okay. You're gorgeous, both inside and out. Being around you brings peace and light to my life. So again, that spiritual connection, and again, the way that you live has created enlightenment. Like you're humble, you're nice, you have a right to be mad with this person, you have a right not to like this person because this person didn't treat you nicely. I think in the past that they never really treated you that nicely. They would come in, come out. They didn't treat you as if you were anything important because they didn't take the time to get to know you, but you still always gave them the time, which is why they had a bad perception of you. Irony, right? Because here they're not treating you well, knowing that they're coming in and out of your life possibly like once every few weeks, and every time they come back around, you're going to sit there and text them for the hour that they want to talk to you, talk on the phone for the hour, whatever it is, you give them the time and then they leave again. So you show them that they could come in and out of your life. But I feel like it was because the whole time you were creating yourself. They didn't really understand what you were doing. Again, they thought maybe you were a little bit boring, that you, again, like very serious. This person, again, want to be around for a good time, not a long time. So that didn't really fit their criteria. But I feel like they're now in a different place, and what they're realizing is that they want to be around people of quality, people that are beautiful on the inside just as much on the outside. They might have been attracting people that looked beautiful on the outside, but they weren't really beautiful on the inside. And this is what your person is realizing. And that's why they are appreciative of the spiritual lesson. I'm sorry for putting you in a third party situation. I'm miserable, but I don't have the courage to leave right now. So again, that was also another part of like the manipulative. I feel like they departmentalized. So they could have, for some of you, they could be attached to like a third party. That's a codependent type thing that there's no love there. It's, it's a sham. It's, two people that have lived together and are stuck together due to finances, children, outside things. And I feel like they tried to have their cake and eat it too, which is why they weren't getting to know you. They weren't taking the time to get to know you because they were afraid to, they don't really know how to get out of this situation that they're in. Because in getting out of this situation that they're in, it's going to have to like really change their entire life. I'm focused on my career and finances right now because I don't want to struggle again. I'm afraid to share that. So what I was saying is, again, they're in this third party connection. I mean, they were trying to be in a third party connection with you because they are not in love with the person that they're with, but they know that the relationship can only go so far, so they would never really emotionally give that much. And so now what they're saying to themselves is, regardless of whether I stay or whether I leave, because I feel like this person wants to leave, it's just finances are an issue. And I also feel like they grew up poor. So they have a lot of fear around being poor. It's a trauma. And I feel like the person that they're connected to is mighty fine living the sham, living like having other people perceive that they live a comfortable, happy life, married life, even though they're not in a happy marriage or happy anything. It's just two people coexisting together. So much that they would, you know, really hurt this person that you're connected to, like through their finances. And this is really what prevents them from going forward. They associate themselves and who they are with money. Now, understand, if you're not really living your true self, you're not living a balanced life, and you're just with whoever for what it looks like, then, you know, obviously money and your possessions are going to mean so much to you, because in a way your person thinks that that's their identity. They want people to perceive that that's their identity, and most importantly, they want you to perceive that that's their identity. So now they're almost like in the situation where they could have been friends with you, they could have been nice to you, they wouldn't be friendly with you, they wanted you to do all the work because they couldn't give that much, because again, they're connected to someone that they don't love, so they wanted to set it up like a one-sided relationship. You were always nice, you were always humble, you always gave this person time. They got the wrong opinion of you, they definitely misjudged you. They walked away because they couldn't really, they being malicious, playing games, like trying to punish you, like I'll walk away so that you'll be fearful, and you'll either run back and give me more, or you'll be sad, either one. But it was malicious play, and what you showed them was it really didn't matter, because the whole time you were creating yourself. And now they're looking at the life that you created for yourself and seeing that you're happy, that you live your truth, and that they're miserable attached to the person that they're with, and then saying, well, now if I want to leave, that I'm afraid because of finances. And this is what that karmic person that they're attached to knew. So it knows that your person doesn't want to be poor. And they both care a lot about what other people perceive. So I can't go against my family. I let them have too much control over me. I'm stuck now. And so again, I feel like, again, if they really separate from the person that they're with, it would create a lot of issues, which is why they played so many games to begin with. Because maybe they have money together, maybe they run a business together, or again, just old-fashioned, religious, cultural thing is what I'm feeling for a lot. That it's like, I just can't do it, even though I'm not happy. I just, if I change it, like my entire life changes. And that could also mean family members disowning, not talking to. So just, and they're not really ready for it, and they're not ready to be poor. I'm settling for the life I thought I wanted, but it's empty without you. I still fantasize about you. So right now they're in a place of really wanting to be with you, but fighting in the place of knowing that they can't really give you what you want, that, and that really they can't even entertain this. And what they realized was, I feel like so many times they tried to end the relationship they were with this person, this karmic, but this karmic will never let them go. They made sure that they're really entwined. They really do care a lot about appearance, and really your person does too. They could leave at any time, but like I said, it would require a whole life makeover. And that would include, you know, people not speaking to them, family members disowning them. And so that's actually, unfortunately, what's overriding the situation. But they feel horrible that they treated you the way that they did, because any chance of at least even being friends, they know that it's not going to be, because this relationship should have been a lot more than friends. And they don't really want to be your friend. They would want more. And they also know that you would want more, and that they wouldn't be able to bear seeing you date other people while they're in this loveless marriage either. So they just kind of feel stuck. But and so, they usually were able to play these types of games before, being connected to the karmic, run around with a lot of other people, have, surface relationships here for a good time, not a long time, and able to function and go on, because it didn't matter, all their needs were being met. Now what they're seeing is the person that they're with is just with them for money, and what it looks like, it's empty. And that there's really, like, even though that they have all this material stuff and their life is good financially, that it's just empty. And that really you can't replace love. But in this, it would require them to, like, do the work. No one would say that it's easy. It wouldn't be easy, but that's why it's karmic. They're attached to a karmic, because they learned. What they learned is money doesn't buy you love. You can't replace one for the other. You can't shut off your emotions. And by living this life, you compromise, why you're really down here. So like, after a while, nothing's going to be satisfying. So let's see what the spiritual message is. I'm realizing this connection is something special and worth treasuring. And I feel like they realize that it's something special and that they do treasure it, but and that could just mean by holding it in their heart. Really, if you think treasure it, it means like show the action. I don't think your person knows how. They're a little bit on a lower vibration. Remember, they care a lot about what other people think. They're not really living their life. They're having a lot of other people conduct how they should live. They've given up their right. However, they realize that, again, that this relationship is special. Like, we wouldn't say spiritual, because I don't think that they are that deep, as in saying, wow, this is a real spiritual connection, past life connection, and I was supposed to be with you. Because if they would know that they should have chosen you because of the love connection, not to stay in a relationship in an empty relationship that they don't really want to be in. That seems to be very codependent. I'm trying to connect to you and give you a message. Can you hear me? See, they want to be able to talk to you, but it's like, but they never put in any action. And I feel like they're afraid to be vulnerable. So part of them staying in this low vibe connection and having everybody else conduct their life is the fact that they don't communicate. They're not open. So, they're realizing that this relationship is something important, but they don't want to. Please send me energetic support. Use a frequency of love to uplift me, because I need your help. And they just, like, it's almost like codependency. Like, just, I need your help. I need, like, I'm trying to send you a message. I want you to hear me. Tap into me. Everything is what I'm hearing. And I hate to sound so negative, but it's like, they realize that this connection is something special and worth treasuring. But the way that they would do it is, oh, I want you to talk to me. Please reach out to me. I'm going to wait for you to reach out to me. I'm sending you. So I feel like a lot of can feel this person's energy around you. I wanted to know what the spiritual message was, what the karmic lesson was, and it doesn't even seem to be saying. Your inner child was wounded when my parents, oh, my inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I am reacting from that wound. Okay, so that explains, because it was like, okay, it's not answering me on what is the spiritual message to this. It's like just more of, I care so much, but I can't. I care so much, but I want you to reach out to me. I care so much. I have such strong feelings. Please do all the work so I don't have to come to you, because I can't come to you, is all that I keep hearing. So what this is about is that your person has wounds from childhood, and that really when their parents weren't there for them. So the person that is with them is almost smothering. It's very codependent. They're used to this person. Your person doesn't have to do really anything for this person to stay, to love them, to give. They essentially have, again, woven themselves in every area of your person's life, knowing that your person doesn't really have feelings for them, but made sure that it would be next to impossible for them to leave, and has spent however many years doing this. And because I don't feel like they have the same soul connection that you and your person has. I think for a little while they were confused. I think that they're in a connection with a karmic, and sometimes we can be confused. And I also feel, and the connection was never as deep as the connection that they have with you. However, they have history, and the history of, when you live together and you do things together, after a while, like do form an emotional connection. So, but it was due to how much effort and energy the karmic put into them. So the truth of the matter is that the karmic has full control over your person, the person that you're connected to, even though they have connection to you. And I feel like you feel like you have a connection to them, but they're in like daydream land. They're like, they're not going to do anything, but they're just going to stay in this place of, stalking and wishing, that you would reach out to them, do something, give them, because the acting malicious completely backfired. And now, they feel even worse to reach out to you, because the whole point of why they were doing what they were doing was to get energy from you, to not have to explain about their life, to not say, well, I'm hiding behind my material things, and money means a lot to me, and if I leave this situation, I'm going to be poor, and I was poor before, and I don't want to be poor again. They didn't want to have to share all that. They just wanted to have this relationship that was built on passion. And really, that's not what you're about. And once you walked away, they saw that. See, in past relationships, even the karmic, I think, got together with them through, passion, through getting in there sexually, through getting to where, again, your person essentially doesn't need to do anything to stay with them. They're just there, and that karmic, it's made it almost impossible for them to leave. So, really, your person needs to heal their inner child in order for this to get straightened up. Otherwise, it will never. Doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. They do have feelings, but it would be all passion. There would be no plans, future plans. There would be, here for a good time, not a long time, because the karmic wouldn't allow it after a certain amount of time too. That karmic knows that this person cheats, and knows that this person doesn't even want to be with them. They don't care. They lie to themselves. They have made this connection, their identity, and your person knows it. So they have to make a decision. They have to, you know, make the decision. Is money and what other people perceive about your life more important than the life that you want to live? And you know, I just did a Virgo reading like a little while ago for my other channel because I do a mixed zodiac, and it was very similar to this message that, you know, yeah, you get to a place in life, and sometimes it's when, you know, you go through a midlife crisis almost, like you've outgrown a lot of the people and situations. So I feel like for a long time this worked. Like I said, it doesn't work anymore. And your karmic, their karmic always knew that, you know, one day your person wasn't going to meet someone, was going to want to like move out. And because it never really started on sound ground, I mean, person knows when they're not getting the same energy in return. So like I said, if your person leaves, they're really going to have to like change their whole life and really be ready to put up a fight, because that karmic is not going to give them an easy time of it, and that's what they know. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know whether you resonated with this, and if you did, give me a like again. And if you want to enter into winning a free psychic reading with me, all you got to do is do those 3 things. Remember, like, subscribe, and write that magic word in your comment bar. If you don't remember, just rewind to the beginning of the video and I will tell you it there again. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.